guys, welcome back to Urban Tropical. This is Raj, and today we are going to talk about ginger again. Actually, I did make one video on ginger, which was literally made with leftover pieces, and I wanted to grow ginger from full rhizomes as well. And I wasn't actually going to shoot this video. I delayed so long to bring this ginger outdoor. So today I'm going to plant it, and I thought it would be fantastic if I can shoot at the same time. So this ginger is not any specific ginger, it's just cooking ginger. So I prefer really organic ginger because organic ginger in taste is really potent, and you need to use 1/3 compared to normal ginger. That's the big difference. So you consume less even if it's more expensive. And it normally is so easy to germinate. It just starts to grow points even sitting in your shelves. That's how easy to grow ginger is. There are so many methods you can grow. You can just start to activate it in water, it will start to sprout, or you can put it straight into the soil. If you want to put straight into the soil, May is a good time because May weather picks up. This time it has been the exception, but normally from May you can just put it direct into the soil and it's good to go. The key thing is you just need to make sure that you have a good quality ginger and you have hydrated it. So if you leave it in water for 24 hours, 48 hours, it really doesn't matter, but just soak it in water that hydrates the rhizomes and they're good for planting. The key question comes in actually, should you divide the rhizomes or should you leave them whole? I have actually this time left them whole. Generally you can cut them, but you need a decent piece. So this is a decent size piece. So if you have a bigger rhizome, just cut it to this size. So this is approximately 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter. It's good enough size to produce a decent plant. A decent plant will make more food for your plant and you will have a better crop. If you see ginger, it has no buds at that time, it doesn't really matter. Once you put it into the germination process, these buds will start to form, so you will always have a ginger plant. Ginger is super easy to germinate. The care comes after. How do you ensure that you are going to have a reliable crop? We will talk about that in a minute. So it's super easy, just soak it and you can put it in soil and the processing starts. So these ones actually they sprouted almost 3 weeks ago, and I was thinking I'm going to plant it now, and then there was always a chance of a frost. I didn't want to take the chance, so I kept on delaying myself, and now it's so long and it needs a soil badly. When I'm going to empty it, you'll see it has literally no soil. In terms of soil, they really prefer a lot of aeration and a lot of moisture. So make sure that you pick good compost which has either water retaining quality. So for example, if you add coconut coir, that retains a lot of moisture, so that means you know your plant is constantly going to get moisture. And at the same time, don't try to plant it in a different pots. Try to find one rectangular shape, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. So I am picking one rectangular one where I can put all those rhizomes in one go, so I don't have to water more than one pot. I just like to make it easier for myself. And I'm also adding organic matter. Normally I could add horse manure because it's going to be outdoor, but I have got so much worm casting, so I'm just going to tip that in. And perlite or pumice is your optional if you would like to add more aeration. The key thing is the more aeration you add, more watering you have to do. So I'm trying to keep my aeration kind of just balanced, so I don't have to keep on watering because ginger plant does not like to dry, does not like to rot either, so you have to keep it optimal. If you have an irrigation drip system, it's fantastic. I don't have that, so for me it's going to be really manual process. And they do not like scorching sun heat, but in England we don't experience that unfortunately. So I'm going to put it in a south facing side of my garden, and in July, August, if I think it's very scorching sun, I'm just going to move it to part shade. Let's hope we get there, and let's get cracking. So I'm just going to pull really gently. I'm a bit nervous as well. So the key thing is I just need to make sure that I just get the roots whole so I don't damage it. So there is another rhizome. Now you can see how good the rooting system is. The reason I'm separating them, that will help me line up easily in my pot. Otherwise I will be just shifting this whole lump in there. So they are kind of all tangled into each other. So actually I have used quite a decent size rhizomes here. You see here, and now you can see how strong the rooting system is, and it is actually getting more growing points, so I will get more points as well. Now you can see this is just leftover bit I put in. You see how weak the plant is. And I'm just going to leave it as it is because it looks like on one of my rhizomes I have got a lot of points. So it is just one rhizome getting too many points. So the one I have used is a Miracle-Gro. Actually I was opting for Levington peat free, but they were out of stock, so then my second choice is really this. I try to go for peat free compost if I can, just to save the environment. So I have filled this pot with good quality compost. It has already mixed in feed, and you can see I think this one is the slow release one, so that's why they say 6 months, so it should be there for longer. And I'm just going to add worm castings and some perlite. This is the worst quality perlite I have ever bought, but I need to use it anyway now. And I'm just going to mix it up. It's really windy day today. So perlite is going to give it aeration, which is the key thing, or you can use pumice as well. I only use pumice for indoors. I always use perlite or horse manure for aiding aeration. And here I have added worm castings because I have got so many of them left. I'm just trying to finish them, and worms will add all the aeration I need. And worm castings are very nutritious for any vegetable plants you want to grow, and all plants which produce vegetables, they love organic matter soil. So if you can buy rich in organic compost, that's really fantastic for your plants. Now just watered it. This is the south facing side of my garden, and I really hope that it's warm enough for it to flourish. And how do we know it's ready? So normally it really takes 6 to 8 months to grow, but because we are in a cooler climate, it takes longer for us. But I can't wait for it to be really 8 or 10 or 11 months because I need to harvest it before the frost comes in. And the only way you know it's ready, all these stems will be really thick and they will be fuller, and they will be approximately 2 to 3 foot tall, and then they will start to die down. That's when you know it's ready to harvest. But if you are in the UK, you might not experience that. So either you can harvest it in the month of November or December, or if you have a heated greenhouse, you can just bring it in there and let it continue to grow. So for me, maybe it will be November, December somewhere, I'm just going to harvest it, and I will keep it posted how it goes as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that it was useful. Bye bye.